Oh, hey, what's up, guys? It's Straw Hat Ninja 89. Also filming as Little Miss Ryder.
Hello.
Yeah. So, anyways, I know we already talked about this before. Well, this is pretty much something different. We were just talking about the X-Men movies in general, but this time we're just gonna talk about something else that's also related to that. Like, what if Marvel got the licensing back to the X-Men franchise? Like, not just the movies. I mean, we're already based. I mean, we will talk about a little bit more of that too. But I'm just saying, like, not just the movies, but the whole franchise as a whole. Like, comic book licensing, the actual cartoons as well. And actually, there was also an anime that recently came out of X-Men, which I believe was like last year. I think it was. No, I think it was this year or last year, or something like that. I've seen it. It's actually not that bad. They actually do have some relevances to the original comic book story, sort of, except that for some reason Marvel is not technically on the licensing thing anymore when it comes to like the franchise of X-Men as a whole. So I mean, they did stick it more to the original than like what the newer prequels are doing nowadays. But overall, like, I really want them to add. I don't really want them to add too many changes, except like, I would say, like, for the First Class. I mean, First Class can definitely just be a whole new start for, like, X-Men. And then make, I guess, more sequels or whatever to that relating to First Class. Because technically, that could just pretty much start a brand new, whole as a X-Men movie franchise. Because technically, it has really nothing to do with the first three original X-Men. So you might as well. They might as well just make it like more sequels into that. I don't know if they're gonna make either like a second one or maybe a third. Maybe they'll do like 3 movies like they did with the other original movies as well. So I mean, they can also maybe use some of the same actors if they can. If not, just get at least some pretty good actors that can at least try to actually portray the role as these characters, instead of this just wannabe actors that can't really do the role and doesn't really fit into part with the and the characters in general. Like, like especially Wolverine, because Wolverine has a really great, awesome backstory. So I really hope they can. I mean, if they don't get the same actor for Wolverine, they can always get someone else. But just at least try to get someone that can actually portray the role, not just some wannabe actor that we don't want to actually see as, Wolverine, because we got a lot of these movies that have been getting a lot of bad choices when it comes to like actors and actresses. I mean, not always bad, but not really as good as we expected it to be. Like, I mean, okay, they can look like the characters, that's cool, I mean, I do see some fan-related things where they make like each actor look like the actual characters from the comic book, and that's fine, that's cool. But here's the main thing: can they actually portray that character? Can they actually be into the story instead of just looking like that character? They got to be more with it into the script, into the story, and everything. They can't just like look like the character and say, okay, we'll put you in the movie. They got to get some stuff, especially not just for characters, but also for the story. I want them to be more like, I guess, like the comic book of the X-Men series, because I don't think the original 3 didn't really have too much with the comics, right?
No, they.
Yeah, it's the same. They pretty much gave it like the same treatment as the 3 original Spider-Man movies from the 2000s. So I was thinking that this time, if they do make some kind of sequel to First Class, make it more strictly based on the comic instead of just throwing in some story to make it more, I guess, suitable also for younger kids as well. They make it more. Okay, you don't have to make it too dark. You don't have to try to be a copy of like the Batman franchise, because the Batman franchise is a whole different league out of its own. Not just because it's DC, but the story and everything about Batman is more beyond darker than like X-Men or anything like that. I mean, yes, X-Men does have serious dark moments as well, but nothing too deep when it comes to like Batman and all that. Like, just try to make it more of the adaptation of the comic instead of just trying to throw a story in that doesn't really seem to fit in with the actual original storyline. And just try to make it more like that instead of just like some storyline that has really no revelations to the actual original backstories of the characters. Because I know a lot of these comic book movies have been doing that lately, and it just it just doesn't really seem like not really a great idea. I mean, it's good to be original. I mean, don't get me wrong, but I really just want a clear adaptation of that. I want them to be like. I mean, you don't have to say word from the actual words of the comics. You don't have to do that. I mean, otherwise then that will be predictable. You know, we don't want that. I mean, at least stick it close to the original, like more closer to the scripts of the comic, and more not really so much of the whole dialogues in general, but at least close enough to it. Make it at least close enough so at least we know it's from that original source.
Yeah. I think they kind of based it on the Ultimate X-Men, cause
Ultimate,
like, you know, Rogue was dating Iceman, but in the original she dated Gambit.
Yeah, I know. There was I got a little confused with that. Yeah.
Yeah. I heard that the Ultimate X-Men wasn't that good. Sorry, wasn't that good.
No, it's okay.
Like, people did not like the Ultimate X-Men. Like, do you know what Wolverine's nickname? Like, his nickname is Logan. But guess in the Ultimate, guess what his nickname is?
What?
Lucky Jim.
Lucky Jim?
Yes,
Really?
yes,
Oh,
I am not joking.
that's the gayest nickname I've ever had.
Oh, no wonder the Ultimate X-Men was terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard about it. I mean, I also read a couple of the comics of it, and I didn't really like it. I mean, it was okay, but it just wasn't the same like the original, because it had more depth into it. With the Ultimate, they weren't really trying too good with the actual story.
And this is my, idea in First Class too, because they are planning on making a sequel.
Yeah.
If Emma Frost, if she's gonna be in the sequel, have Cyclops in it, and she could be sort of like the lover. Yeah. And then when Jean comes, she's threatened by Jean and stuff. They should bring Jean involved, because she does have a good backstory.
Yeah, she does. Yeah.
And I think Xavier and her should like have a father-daughter, because they have like a close bond.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't put her in. That's so stupid.
Yeah, I hate when they do that too. That is kind of annoying how they leave important stuff out like that.
Like, this is my opinion, like, was Mystique ever in the X-Men? Because in First Class she joined the X-Men. I mean, I'm like...
No, I don't think she was ever in it.
She was always like the villain. Like,
yeah, she was, I do remember she was more like the villain of the series as a comic as a whole, but not really part of the team.
Yeah, it didn't make sense. I'm like, when did she join the X-Men in First Class?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why. Like, I bet that surprised a lot of people when they actually saw that. Like, why would she, of all people, actually join them?
Mm-hmm.
And, I don't know if they're ever going to bring, like, Wolverine's, like, apprentice into these movies.
Well,
I forget her name. It was like X something or whatever.
Oh, I forgot her name. Oh, yeah, also, I heard Bryan Singer wanted Taylor Lautner, the one who played Jacob from Twilight, to play young Wolverine.
I looked up into that. Yeah, that's true. They are actually going to try and do that.
That's not a good idea.
It's really not, because not everybody really liked the whole... Not everybody's into this whole Twilight franchise and all that, and bringing some actor from Twilight, I just don't know how this is going to work out, at all.
But this is my opinion. I think he'll play a good Iceman.
Oh, Iceman, yeah.
I think he could
does look like Iceman, sort of.
Yeah, but playing a young Wolverine, that's out of the question.
Yeah, not as Wolverine.
No, forget that. You're just gonna F up the whole thing.
No.
Forget it.
That's just like choosing I forget the dude's name from High School Musical.
Oh, Zac Efron?
There you go. That's freaking L in the American Death Note movie.
Oh my! Well, he looks like it, but could he
does look like it. You're right.
But could he portray?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying with this whole thing. Like, sure, they can look like the characters, but can they actually portray the characters?
That's what happened to Halle Berry.
Yeah, with Storm, right?
Yeah, like she looked good as Storm,
yeah,
but she could not. Good, but she could not play the part.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I gotta see how this is gonna turn out. And I was really disappointed with her role in Storm, actually.
Mhm. And like, if they also, I told you about the X-Men 4 rumor that some of the characters is not gonna return, like Professor Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, the guy who plays Cyclops, all of them.
Oh wait, he's not gonna return either?
No, because they're getting older.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
They're getting older.
Because they did this way back in 2000 was the first X-Men movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's true.
I don't think it's a good idea.
No, it's not. I mean, they can get newer actors, but they just gotta choose like the right pick, though.
But I'm just saying, you could just reboot the movie and
yeah, just reboot the entire thing and just make First Class like that, and then make a sequel out of First Class, and maybe a third like last movie like they do with the originals. I guess I don't know, depending how far they want to take this franchise to.
And this is like they should, if they want the like make it true, like the First Class, they should just have Cyclops, Jean, Iceman, Archangel, and Beast, because those were the main X-Men.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's what they should definitely do. Yeah. I mean, they can also base it sort of on the cartoon too if they try to.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm just saying, Fox is like.
Yeah.
They're very careless sometimes.
Yeah. They usually are. Yeah. I mean, yeah, at least okay, yeah, actually, it's not as bad as the original Spider-Mans were good too, but, I mean, Columbia didn't do that bad, but I think 20th Century Fox is a little bit worse when it comes to X-Men,
And, yeah, they shouldn't put Wolverine involved yet.
No, they shouldn't.
Because he's doing his own movie, so.
He is, yeah.
So
I don't know if anybody else is going to have their own, like, movie or anything. I don't think so. I don't think we need any more spin-offs, actually.
No,
that's not really the way to go for this franchise.
No, just...
First Class wasn't too bad, though, but I just hope they can just do better with the sequels from now on. And actually make it more adept instead of just, like, not relevant any... Like, don't, like, switch characters, like, from villains to actual... X-Men team. That doesn't make any sense, but that never happened in the timeline at all.
Yeah, I almost wonder, why did they have Iceman like as a teenager? Because he was about the same age as
yeah,
because that was based on the Ultimate. That's what I mean.
Yeah, I didn't read like a lot of Ultimate. I wasn't really into Ultimate that much.
Yeah, I rather like the original better. So.
Oh, the original X-Men's were great. I love the originals. Even the cartoon series was my favorite. Like, growing up. I know there's an anime of it, but I didn't watch too much of it. But it looks pretty good, though. I do say so. It does look... I gotta check into that, though. I know they made a lot of anime adaptations of Marvel. They did one, I believe, for Iron Man. Not Spider-Man. I think there was one for Captain America. No, not Captain America. It was the Hulk, I think, or something like that. It was like Wolverine, like the X-Men, Hulk, and, Iron Man, I believe also Captain America. I'm not so sure, but I know they made a lot of anime adaptations that actually look more like the comics than they do, and actually follow more of the comic roles than the actual movies do. So they can do that with stuff like that. I don't see why they can't really do it with the movies nowadays.
Yeah, what I heard is they should make it multi-universe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. Yeah.
Like they did to the Iron Man movies.
Yeah. Well, Iron Man, okay, that's a series. That's like I think that's the only Marvel series that they actually did pretty good on. Like really good. Instead of just like one or two movies being like corny or whatever, like Spider-Man, they actually did pretty good with the Iron Man movies, I should say. Even though Tom Cruise, I mean, after all this Scientology shit, even though all this crazy stuff has been going on with him, I say he did a pretty good job as the main character as Iron Man.
Tom Cruise?
Yeah, Tom Cruise, remember? Yeah.
No, it was Robert Downey Jr.
Are you sure?
Robert Downey Jr. played Iron Man.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I thought he did though.
Well, it was rumored that he was going to play.
Wait, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but his Scientology thing got.
Oh, yeah.
It was Robert Downey Jr. who played Tony Stark.
Right. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember. It's been a while, but I do remember they were pretty good though.
Also, they shouldn't make Magneto the main villain yet.
No, they can't. Not yet.
No,
it's too soon.
Mr. Sinister or Apocalypse or.
Yeah, one of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Apocalypse would be awesome.
No, Apocalypse needs to be in this movie.
Yes, it'd be like straight up badass.
Yeah, I know.
And he has to have like a very sinister voice. Like,
I know, yeah.
Like, or I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it.
I can't do it either.
But it has to be very deep and, you know.
Yeah, it can be always. I mean, we want to see more of the past villains, like not just always Magneto.
I know.
Because after a while, it gets pretty annoying. I mean, yeah, we know Magneto's a powerful villain, but come on, whatever happened to Apocalypse? He was a cool villain too.
All right. Well, we gotta wrap this up.
How many minutes?
14.
Anyway? Alright, yeah, fine. Alright, so this is Starhead Ninja 89, and
Little Miss Rider. Oh,
and so thank you guys for watching this. Comment, rate, subscribe, and yeah, that's it, guys. So peace out, guys. Bye.